Hey everybody, it's Jim with Integrated Loyalty Systems talking about praising the intent. I'm thinking back to a time when I worked in guest relations years ago at Walt Disney World, and at that time we were considered to be the creme de la creme of the in-park cast members. We were trained to do things that no other cast member could do, to go above and beyond the call of duty. So one afternoon a guest came in and he was having trouble with his watch. Back in the days when they had watch batteries. Does anybody can replace a watch battery? I sent him across the street on Main Street to the jewelers that they had back in those days, and sent him on his way. He was very happy. And about 10 minutes later, he came back in, and I said, "Hey, how'd it go with the watch?" He said, "They wouldn't help me." And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "They said they don't do it." I was like, I didn't understand that. So back in the days when I was working guest relations, we were allowed to do things above and beyond. We could leave our post and go and check on things, which is what I did. I told my supervisors I'll be right back. I took the guest over, we walked over to the jewelers, talked to a guy named Brian. I remember him very well. We were acquaintances on Main Street because we worked in the same area. I said, "Hey, what's going on with the watch?" He said, "Oh, well, we're no longer doing that. Sort of a liability thing. We're opening up somebody's watch. We don't want to damage it, that kind of thing." I'm like, "Oh, fair enough, good. I'll pass that along to everybody at guest relations when I get back, and that'll be cool." So he's like, "All right, sounds great." Guest left. He's like, "Hey, thanks again, Jim." I said, "Great, I'll talk to you later." So I'm walking back thinking, man, this is a great day. I really helped somebody out. I found out some more information. And within about another 10 minutes, I got called into the back office and essentially got called on the carpet a little bit for leaving my post, going to the jewelers, and in their words, embarrassing the guy at the jewelers for calling him out, is what he perceived as me calling him out for not being able to help that guest fix his watch. So I was very upset, and what I remember from that experience is that nowhere in the conversation did anyone ever say, "Hey, Jim, we appreciate you going the extra mile to go over to the jewelers to find out what the guest needed." However, in this particular situation, it ended up being something that didn't really work out very well from the perspective of our fellow cast member. So fair enough, it was a conversation, there was only half of it in there. So as a leader, I'm always reminded of that I want to make sure that I praise the intent first before you even get into all the various coaching that can be done. So that's my story about praising the intent. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm Jim with Integrated Loyalty Systems.